Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I will be taking a look at the 8th Doctor issue 2 out of 5. Yes, it's only a little mini-series, but much like the 9th Doctor one, maybe this one will get extended on to be sort of a monthly thing. Yeah, this is issue 2. You've got the little TARDIS barcode, which is nice as always. You've got who the cover is by, Titan Comics. You've got the 8th Doctor still image there. You've got the Doctor Who in the logo. You've got the writer and I think the artist or the colorist even, or the artist and colorist maybe. You've got the Doctor Who logo there in the sort of 1996 TV movie one, New Adventures with the 8th Doctor, there. I have to say, I really don't like this cover that much. It just looks very bland and boring, really. And also, I don't know why, but his handkerchief is purple on this cover. I know that on camera it kind of looks still blue, but it is actually purple. And I really don't like that. I think it takes away a lot from the rest of the costume, like his coat and his waistcoat, because obviously they're a lot more darker colours. Also, I have no idea why his Dark Eyes Sonic is not coloured and it just is sort of black and white, which really is odd. And also, he does use the Dark Eyes Sonic in this issue, but in the last cover he had his 1996 TV movie sort of Sonic. So I would much prefer it if it was just one or the other, you know, instead of like it differs from cover to cover, because I think one of the cover issues for this one does have his 1996 TV movie one, but I would much prefer just the one or the other. Obviously you've got little bios on the 8th Doctor, Josephine Day, the TARDIS, previously, you know, if this one was the first one you picked up, and then you can quickly just try and catch up. Contact information of Titan's Twitter, Titan Comics Facebook page, website, to contact them. I really do like the artwork in this. Like, I really like this big double shot which we get. It's spread across 2 pages and that. I have to admit though, in certain panels I don't like the 8th Doctor's hair. Sometimes it looks like it flows too much and stuff, and what I mean by that is, for example, here, this is one of the early sketches by the artist, this is the artist, and I think there it kind of flows a bit too much, like, you know, like there's wind and stuff, and that, like a wind effect. I just prefer it more sort of, I don't know, less sort of flowing. I prefer it like that, or like that. Like, I like those two, but then, I don't know, I mean, I don't mind any of those. Those look good, and that looks really cool. I just don't like how his hair's flowing, like, and that, and stuff in that image, really. It says here you get this on digital devices as usual. The other ones to pick up, you know, the 10th, 11th, 12th and 9th Doctor one. The other cover variants, so yeah, look, that one's got the 1996 TV movie one. I think that one has the Dark Eyes one if you look closely enough. I do quite like that variant. You've got the other sort of graphic novel-y thingies you can get. A random thing about Listen, and then it's Big Finish advertisement thing. Yeah, this is the sort of, I think, the main cover for the next issue, which looks really cool. And then there's this one as well, which also looks very cool, which is like Paul McGann as like a ghost. That looks really cool. And yeah, I think I really do like this issue though. I really love these sort of like cat-like, you know, creatures. They look absolutely cool. I really love how the Doctor, you know, in this sort of issue really does show his sort of you know, negativity and resistance against war and conflict and violence and that, and I love that. And stuff, and you really do get these really cool images and stuff, and that. I don't want to ruin too much of the comic, but yeah, I do think you get some really nice sort of panels and good wide shots sometimes of, like, as I say, this place, you know, this planet we're on, and that, and yeah, I really like that pose, like, or that sort of panel, you know, that sort of place. You know, you always get different sort of like shots and sides of the Doctor basically, and the characters and that. But I think they always seem to work for the most part. I think there's been only very few times that I've read one of the Titan comics, Doctor Who ones at least, and felt like, you know, that wouldn't be where I would perceive it, if that makes sense. And that, like, you know, for example, she's telling the Doctor something bad, and then he's like, what? You know, like, he looks really shocked, you know, those eyes. And that obviously show that he's really shocked. But then there, you know, it shows, you know, that he's sort of, I don't know, like, feels very much more sort of torn and upset and that, you know, because he's very much away from his companion clearly, and feeling like he's insecure and that. But yeah, as I say, I really like these cat-like creatures. I really like the enemy and that, because, well, I don't want to ruin the story, but, you know, they're not your typical enemy, I'll just say that. But yeah, it's a very good issue. I don't particularly like the cover that much, and there are a few instances where, as I say, like, you know, like, his hair just feels, to me at least, like it's a bit too sort of, I don't know, like, flopping about all over the place and stuff. The use of colour is really good in this. It feels very artistic-y, if that makes sense, you know, very experimental. You know, like, you've got this sort of pinkish sort of sky and lots of blues and that, like, not a lot of very, like, I don't know, like, ordinary colours, if that makes sense, you know, like here you just see a bit of green and that for grass, but everything else is very much, you know, odd, like, colours. Like, here you've got all these sort of, like, strips of blues on this, like, building, and you've got, you know, you've got these, like, crystallized people and stuff, and that, which, and you know, the sky is like, you know, a pinkish, like, colour, which really does drive home that obviously you're on an alien planet and that. But it's really simple, but really effective is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I really enjoyed issue 2 of the 8th Doctor, and I would highly recommend it for anyone who considers themselves a fan of the 8th Doctor, as played by Paul McGann. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you have this issue, please do tell me what you thought about this issue, and what you liked and didn't like, and what not, because I do read the comments, and I would love to have a discussion with you. Bye.